And at long last, I am your friendly neighborhood man of Magenta Wig, and I am going to finish the Addams Family. Now, if you're wondering why it took me so long to get to part 3, it's just because life happened. But, we are going to save Granny and Morticia now and finish the game. And funny enough, after I shot part 2, I closed the program and realized I didn't save, so I had to go through the portrait gallery and everything again. But, you know, 20-minute job. Actually did a lot better than I did when I made the video. I guess because I didn't have to talk and, you know, more focused, but, yeah. But we're back. I do hate the oven, though. I think this is the hardest part of the game, just because, you know, everything hurts you. You can't jump on enemies and stuff when you're inside there, so... yeah, everything's a little bit hairier than it usually is. But thankfully, I know a shortcut that will actually save us from going through a lot of the levels in here. Incidentally, there's a level entrance up there that goes to like a little side level called Red Hot Maze. If anyone knows how to get back up there without just dying, please let me know. Because I think I've sacrificed a life every time I've tried to get back up there after hitting the switch, so... Alright, let me, make it through here safely. Ah, crap. I never remember whether or not I should hit that switch. And, unfortunately, that would be a no. So let me, backtrack. You bastard. Backtrack somewhat here. That's actually where Red Hot Maze comes out, that ceiling up there. Okay, so hopefully we can make it to the end of this section in one piece. Well, no you don't. I'm gonna get the heart down here. Hopefully I can get back without sacrifice. There we go. In between these two videos, the last video and this one though, I did take some time to play some of the ports again. Super Nintendo and Game Boy and NES. Quite honestly, the Game Boy port, which was one of the ones they renamed Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt and has Pugsley instead of Gomez, is one of the worst ports I've ever seen of anything. Excuse me. It's almost like they couldn't figure out how to make this game function on a small black and white screen, and they made it as ridiculously simple and scaled down and almost tire handheld-like as possible. Now my question has always been, what is a hob? You know, because I know everything in this, you know, this part of this world is named after an oven part. What part of the oven is the hob? Okay, let me see if I can hurry up here. If I lose the heart in the next area, I don't care as much, but I wanted to get through that part alive at least. And there we go. It's okay, because looking positively about that, I can start this level with a full set of hearts now. Or 4. But I'll try to be careful here. Yeah, this is actually the area with the huge shortcut that cuts out a bunch of levels. Like the, there's a level where you have to, I think you have to fly with the fez over lava, and I'm not going to see that part. I think you start to get into levels that have like cooking names, like I think half-baked, barbecued, stir-fried. And... nope, we're going to skip all of those. I actually did consider, though, because I'm taking a basic route through this game. For those who don't actually know, who haven't played this game before, I was actually thinking of making more videos where I just went back and showed all the levels I didn't get to, that I skipped over, just so you can see where all the secret ones are and stuff. But okay, so let me see. This is closed, so that means I can go up here. And that just skipped most of the world. Yep. Yeah, I think that was a lose-lose situation there, so... God knows how many times I probably played through this world as a kid before I knew that was there. I'm thinking I didn't know about it until years later, like on GameFAQs or something. I saw... It was like an ASCII map of, how all the levels in this are linked together, and I saw a line between the oven and the last oven, and they had like a little explanation underneath it. And I realized how much time of my childhood I had wasted with, like, the 8 levels in between. Is this arrow going to participate? There we go. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I mean... Oh, here, let me concentrate on this, because now we're at the boss. And I never know this thing's patterns. I'm gonna stay over here. Oh, this actually isn't going too bad. I only gotta land one more hit on him. Does he come out of here? Yeah, there we go. And there's Granny. Alright. Boo, blue, blue, blue. Yeah, the Super Nintendo one has its positives. I did notice the sound is a lot more detailed in that version. You hear parts of the songs that you don't hear in this one, and they do a lot of tricks with like the stereo. Like, I think if like you're wearing headphones when you're in the freezer part, they have like wind blowing back and forth between the left and right. And that little bonus area I was just in, now that's tasty. Here we go. Go back just so you can see what I mean. Actually have to make a shameful admission here. I think in 2nd grade, I had to write some storybook. I don't remember what the topic was, but I spent the night at the Addams family's house. And every picture was just basically me drawing levels from this game. Like, there was no originality at all. Like, I remember this being one of them. Matter of fact, I think I even wrote "Now That's Tasty" at the top of the page. And yeah. Alright, so now we are going back into the hall of stairs. We're going into the chain room. I think in some version of this game, it might be Super Nintendo, but you can actually like crouch jump through one of those bricks and get into the chain room way early. I don't think you can do that here because Gomez tends to stand up when you jump. That is one thing I don't like about the Super Nintendo version, though, is that the chains in the foreground here move, and not like fluidly, like they jerk around when you move, the camera back and forth, and it's kind of annoying and distracting. But yeah. A lot of the doors I'm not going to go through in this area. Basically, I'll just lead down to the piranha tank, which I'm going to actually avoid altogether. Ah, crap. Like, I think that door below me, down there, below me, that door below me goes, should I go back and change my choice of word? Nah, let's press on. Yeah, that goes to the piranha tank, and you also don't want to fall down this ditch next to the door there, because that will dump you onto the spikes. Another thing, odd thing in the Super Nintendo version is this secret level up here is almost impossible to get into. I think they put a brick up there by accident or something that kind of blocks your way in, and you just have to kind of bang around and hope that, you know, you hit the trigger for the level, but yeah, you just can't climb on in like in this version. Alright, that part's over with. Now we're getting to the end of the game here. Now, I had mentioned in a previous video that there was a level called Golfer's Prize that I didn't know about until I like went into the game data and read the level names and stuff. Golfer's Prize is actually underneath my feet. It's actually under those dollar signs, but yeah, not risking a heart getting in there because it's literally a golf ball, and I think they give you the 2 hearts back that you probably wasted trying to get in, so I don't need no golf ball. I think this area, the Super Nintendo game, adds some, like, cave-sounding reverb to the music, which is nice. But, yeah, I don't like the Super NES version as much, just because it wasn't the one I grew up with. I hate change. Speaking of Super Nintendo, you might be wondering, now I mentioned before that a couple of the ports of this game were renamed Pugsley Scavenger Hunt because they put Pugsley in place of Gomez. Well, you might be aware that there is a direct sequel to this game called Pugsley Scavenger Hunt for Super NES, which is a unique... Actually, there's only one Rolling Stone. But, okay, never mind. Which is a unique game, and it is obviously meant to be a direct sequel to this. Same style of game, and the thing is... I'm not playing that. I mean, that is to say, I have played Pugsley Scavenger Hunt. I own Pugsley Scavenger Hunt in some form or another. Excuse me. But, whereas, even though I kind of fumbled through this Let's Play, excuse me, because I'm just rusty at this game, this game's actually really easy. Pugsley Scavenger Hunt is quite honestly one of the most sadistically hard games I have ever played in my life. I mean, even people who went on to do speedruns and stuff have said, that game took them years to complete. I mean, there's no Pugsley's Den, where you can, that I know of, that you can just go in and stock up on 30 lives. It's like, you have 5 lives, everything in the world will kill you, have at it, and usually you get a game over within like the first 2 sections of an area. Yeah, the only benefit I could see to possibly doing Pugsley is like a rage video. We can just see me get angry because I just fail horrendously at that game, but I think I was actually playing it yesterday, and I was just like, I don't know if anyone wants to watch me attempt. I mean, I'm not going to make it through the game. I can promise that, but yes, ride down with it, because if that drops before you, you are screwed. Alright, let's move on here. Never played Addams Family Values, though. Now, I always wonder, these spinning blades here, is there a way to get under those without... Or is there a way to get around them, period, without losing a heart? I don't think there is. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, slid underneath that as a kid or anything, and, you know, made it through unscathed, but might have to do with just getting over, you know, running under just the right split second and, you know, getting to the right. Now, we're starting to see, well, especially in this level, we're starting to see the rock volcanoes. The next time we see one, I'll point out something that... Teach me not to look at the screen. I'll point out something that I noticed as a kid that I notice every single time now. Did I knock the wig out of place? See, that's how I hit the fish. I wanted to see if the wig was out of place. Shit. Come on, show me a volcano so I can talk about it. Okay. Is it just me, or does it look like these things are shooting peanut butter crunch? I mean, seriously. Every time I've seen these things, you know, growing up, I wanted peanut butter crunch. I know it's my PC's being loud again. If you're wondering what the hum is, that isn't my fan like in my videos in the other room. It's the PC. Alright, we're getting towards the end here. Let's try to do this carefully, because I don't see that last heart lasting all the way through the gondola level, but... or past that. I was about to say let's do this a little more carefully, but I just screwed up twice. What's sad is there actually have been parts in my life where I probably could do like a non-glitch speed run where I could just, you know, go bounce, bounce, bounce across all the enemies' heads. And... not anymore, though. Slightly out of practice, but... I really gotta watch what I'm doing here. Especially in the next level, because in the gondola level, you actually can't, like... there's no parts where... Actually, you know what? None of the cave levels have, like, you know, checkpoints where if you die, the game just starts you back at the set point. I don't know why this level's giving me such hell, though. It's usually the next one. I think I'm rushing to get to the end of the game, though. Which is funny, because the boss is like the slowest moving thing ever, but... Please, Gomez, just make it a little bit farther here. If I... no, I won't go for that heart. I just have a feeling it'd be suicide if I went for that heart. Thank you! I think he actually... I think this is something that actually was in the movie. He did have a gondola under his house that went to the treasury. This is kind of like the evil twin of the train level. I don't know if I ever mentioned, though, I think... is it the, NES version, maybe? Surprisingly, as scaled down as that is, they actually put the train level in a train tunnel. Like, you're not in the library background anymore. The Game Boy version may do that? I can't remember. I'm being quiet because I don't want to die again. Even though I'm almost at the end here. If I can clear out these skulls, I have a pretty clear path, so... Alright, and here we are. The Addams Vault. Let's scour whatever we can get out of here. Even though we don't need this stuff. Here's a question. Because I don't remember what the one in the movie looked like. It might have looked like this, but how are their windows, like, with... I'm assuming sunlight shining through them underground? Alright. These are slightly easier to dodge than the snowman snowballs. Slightly. I seem to remember that was another thing I did in school, like I would draw pictures of this guy with a speech bubble saying guilty. Oh, I hope I make it through this okay. Does the name of this area ever come up as the Nasty Judge? I think maybe it does right when you come in the room and then it goes away. So it doesn't, like, obstruct. Okay, so I have 1 health. He has 2 here. So let's just be super, super careful. Oh, let's get him. Let's get him. Oh, come on, you slid into that one. That's my... You know what, that's gonna be my strategy. I'm gonna stay down by Morticia until... Unless he does that. My strategy is failing! Or is it? That might give me just enough time to hop back up to the top. Okay, see now I can reset my position because he already jumped down. Ha! I think I just learned a new strategy here. Do your guilty thing. I'll wait till the next time. Because I am playing it safe as punch. Or milk, if you're a Captain Beefheart fan. And there we go! We have completed the game. And Fester has returned to the fold. Well, hopefully you have enjoyed my first Let's Play. Like I said, I don't know if I'll do it again. Maybe. I might attempt Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. But, you know, I'll think about it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I could do. Mario World, Panic on Funkatron, Sonic 2. Just, thanks for my childhood. Then hopefully you enjoyed this one. Room for improvement, hopefully. And we wave goodbye to Thing. And wave goodbye to... Oh! I don't remember this. Why don't I remember this? Interesting to see if you could, like, hack the game and play this little level. Yeah, I never... This is completely new to me. My copy of this game as a kid did not have this. It actually, after Thing waved, it went right back to the title screen, so, yeah. Well, for now, I'm your friendly neighborhood man in Magenta wig. This is this has been the Addams Family for Sega Genesis. Hope you enjoyed this, and for now, bye!